Bloody guts. Pci Side-Skirts. Let's do it! To the person who commented they wanted the Damn It Boy for an hour long, here you go.
Damn it boy, 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 damn it, 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 damn it.
Kyle Golding's car is a D-Series turbo setup. It's been completely redone from the ground up. TE37 SLs, clear taillights, just let Diddy. And it's got the VIS carbon fiber trunk, the little duckbill. There's Jealous Charlie. Represent for the haters.
Hey, I'm Kyle Golden. This is my sweet too. Got a purple engine blade, purple T37s, got a turbo kit, T1 blade plug, purple floorboards.
Damn it boy.
Bought them on eBay. I was being Kyle Golden.
Okay, so I just left Cars and Coffee. Was there for a little bit talking to some people. Want to give a shout out to 79th Productions. He talked to me for a while. He was a really cool dude. Go check his channel out. Subscribe to him as well. I've got a couple of things to do today. Got some Christmas shopping to do because, you know, Christmas is a couple days away. I have my red door panel over here. I still haven't done the driver's side. I have a video on how to do that already from last year, but I will show you guys how I do this. My Pci Side-Skirts have finally shown up. So I'm gonna try to get those installed either today or tomorrow. And I think there's actually a car meet I'm gonna go to tonight. So yeah, be back at you in a little bit. Okay, so here's my door panel. I've obviously taken it out of the car. And we're gonna be changing this fabric to the red jersey fabric. I'll have a link to my old video of how to do this, as well as a link in the description of where you can get this material for your doors. Now, the first step to doing this is you have to get this piece separated from the entire door panel, which is kind of tricky. First thing I'm gonna do is remove this pocket. And then if you notice, these pieces here are actually plastic welded. I'm going to use a Dremel tool to grind these down and pry up to separate them, then replace them with screws and washers. So yeah, so I got the screws and washers for Walmart. This entire job probably costs maybe less than 20 bucks.
Damn it boy.
Material I think was about $15 off eBay. Of course the washers and screws are only like $1 or $2. The main thing to be concerned about, especially up in this area, the little pieces that you screw into get really thin, so you don't want to grind down too much of these. Other ones you have a little more leeway, and the other thing to keep in mind is when you actually put a screw in on this side, especially up in here in this area, if you have too long of a screw, you can actually screw through the other side of the door panel. You don't want that. I've got these screws, they might be a little too long, so I might have to double or triple up on the washers. Got some other screws. You want the shortest, fattest screws you can find to really fit in here. I'm gonna go ahead and get started on this. This piece, this little pocket just comes apart with a few screws. This is a process that does take some time and some patience. Keep that in mind. But if you want a little bit more of an in-depth of how to do this, I did this on EK panels in my other video about a year ago. All right, let's get started. Okay, so I've got this pocket removed right here. Now I'm going to show you how to undo one of these. Now you're gonna wanna kinda like stick your finger behind here and kind of get a nice little grip. Do not use too much pressure because this is a little delicate. So I'm gonna kind of hold this down and I'm gonna grind away on the outside. Now what that's going to do is actually start to melt the plastic again with each other. So if you let it cool, it'll basically re-glue itself. This one was fighting me actually quite a bit. You can see how much I've ground down here. You have to be very careful and also mindful that the fabric is going to be sticking to that little plastic weld as well. But here's one that I've got popped apart. You kind of heat it up. You can see now the plastic's all hard again. Now this will make a mess as well. So this is probably, these up here are usually the hardest ones to get. As you go around, it gets easier for sure. Okay, once you have absolutely made a mess, nearly destroyed everything, you can see how aggressive some of these are. But it's not that big of a deal as long as you get the right screws and washers. The fabric can stick and be kind of welded to it. You know, you may need to like move on to a few of them so you can kind of get around it. But once you get all these apart, you can see it's still stuck down here. Yeah, that's the fabric still stuck on there. Lift this out and pull it apart. Go ahead and there we go, get that apart. Now that that's separated, we're all good. Now we're gonna focus on this piece. Clearly it's worn, it's ready for a new piece. All you gotta do is literally just pull it off. You know, don't allow it to twist too much or you can break this plastic. I don't even know what this is. I'm guessing plastic piece. Okay, I've got this piece off, ripped off. Now the fabric that I have is actually cut for these, so you can see it's actually kind of cut for it. So just lay it over top, make sure you've got a good position on it. The thing to think about when you're laying this on here is about rolling it over to the edge. You don't want to end up too short when you try to lay it down and roll it. So definitely better to have more on the top side than on the bottom side, because you know the bottom is going to get tucked in by the panel and it's not going to get pulled on as much as the top. You're also going to need a really good adhesive for this. Now I actually use Ultimate Adhesive Spray, and this is for like studio foam that they put on walls. This stuff is very strong. I actually prefer to use this. You can get it offline or you can actually go buy it at a Guitar Center. It's actually quite expensive, but it's worth it. But some of the other ones I found don't really hold up as strong as this stuff. Get your adhesive spray. Make sure you get it coated really well. Let it get tacky and sticky, and then lay it down and make sure you press, push all the air and everything out in one way. It's hard to do this while holding the camera. You can see it start to take shape. Okay, make sure you roll all the edges into the corners and stuff. And if you need to peel it back up and spray more adhesive, that's no problem. It's not gonna hurt anything either. Make sure that you curve it over and cover to this area. See how close that is? Yeah, you just want to make sure that you have enough to pin it in there. So now I'm going to fold this other half back, do the rest. Okay, there we go. Now I'm going to cut a hole in here so I can actually tuck this in a little bit better. Okay, I've got the piece all trimmed out. You can see I've got the handle piece, pocket piece trimmed out. Now I'm going to put it inside the door panel and start to install it. Okay, so I've got the door panel and I just put my first screw in. It's tricky trying to get the first screw in because you kind of need to face the panel down and the panel actually six through the door panel. And this one in particular, you know, is a good one because I can use a more of a longer screw, whereas these, it's going to be a little trickier. We're going to need to use smaller screws. But basically just use a washer and a screw and go around all the way. If you don't get them all, it's okay. It usually secures it pretty tight, but if you can, do them all. Now another little trick is that this material can get caught up in the screws. So just take the scissors and kind of cut X's through the material so that the screw can get through. Snug them up, don't get them too tight. You can break that very delicate plastic. Okay, so here's like the finished product of putting all the screws in. I kind of went every other one and it is super strong, it's not going anywhere. The ones up top here, I doubled up on the washers to make the screws a little bit shorter. Now I'm going to install the bottom pocket down here and then go put it in the car. Should be good. And here's our finished product on here. And now we're just going to go install it into the car. See that pocket tucks everything in nice. And yeah, we're just going to go install it into the car and it should be Gucci taters.
Just keep standing, just keep standing.
Honda.
Damn right, smoking.
Honda. Toyota. Well, I'm going to use this as the thumbnail and I'm going to make it super blows engine while I race him. You know what I'm saying? And then they find out, no, it's just a dude putting coolant in his motor. Homeboy said,
they're going to see the NA motor and go, oh, I hope he's racing.
That's that lightsaber coolant.
That's douchebag. No, it's not low.
Hell yeah. Oh, shit. Oh, it's blown. We're gonna try it again.
Round 2.
PCI Side-Skirts Part 2. Yeah, so the PCI Side-Skirts have come in for my car. I think I said that earlier today. Now we're gonna try to put them on. Okay, we've removed the damn side skirt. You really need to see footage of that? Seriously? Seriously, just take it off, rip it off. You don't need any more. Pull little plastic clips and go watch Zasha's video. And by the way, me and Zasha are not in cahoots. We just happened to order PCI Side-Skirts at the same time. Shout out to Brian from PCI. Thank you so much. If you guys need some PCI Side-Skirts, hit him up. Great company, great product. Oh, here they go. It's the unboxing video. Let's hope these are the right ones. EJ.
There you go.
Yep, that's the right one. Okay. That is the right size, sir. As we measure in from here to the little mounting hole, from here in, then we center it up, we mark it, we flip it upside down, mark the holes, and drill. I know that sounds kind of very vague, but we have another video on this that I just put out like a week ago. So go watch that if you need more details. Hashtag install kings. So here's all the brackets. And they also send the hardware. Yeah, sorry about the lighting. Let them see shine. We measured from the inner fender to the first hole, and then from the first hole to the second hole, and then from the second hole down to the third hole. And they normally mount like this, so we just kind of eyeballed it like this because they do shimmy left to right. But we lined it up and then marked it with a marker on the bottom side. So now my man over here, Timmy the Tool Man Taylor, is going to drill hard. Pinch well. Yeah. We start with a small bit and then we move to the bigger bit. Okay, yeah, I didn't even film us putting it on because we were just trying to put it on. It's late at night. It's about midnight or something. Side one done. All right, here is the other side. We've got the brackets all drilled out. About to put the side skirt on. We're gonna bolt them up. We're gonna get these kind of snug. We're gonna bolt them up, and then once we bolt them up, we're gonna go underneath, snug one of them up even more, and then take the side skirt back off, tighten them all back on, and then put the side skirt on. Let me break you off with them bloody guts. Those red door panels, they hot, son. Very happy with those. Anyway, back to the side skirts. Okay, Steven is installing the last bolt onto the side skirts. They do kind of move, so you might want to give them a lifting up approach as you tighten down. Yes, enjoy the sounds of Conway Twitty. They scared of a 14-year-old boy with a car made with spear ports, Kai Kelly moonshine bush, can bring a pro mod to a street race. For all you pro mod street racers out there, you need to get on this car. What is he saying? Get on this car. Get you some. A skier 14-year-old boy. Now this car would, wow. And that's it, ladies and gentlemen. This car would look really good if it was washed, but it's been raining, been driving around, and it is absolutely filthy. PCI Side-Skirts! So here's the final look. I know the lighting's not great. We're gonna get another shot. Check Instagram for a good photo. It's been raining. I don't know if I'll get a good photo tomorrow. We'll see. If you yourself are interested in any PCI Side-Skirts or any other PCI products, go to PCIRacing.com. I'll put it on the screen here. There will be a link in the description. I hope that you guys liked today's video with the interior. And man, why are you Snapchatting me while I'm filming? I can't do this. You know what I'm saying? 2 cameras out at one time. It's like a universe. It's like a taco within a burrito inside a KFC next door to a Taco Bell. It doesn't make sense. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, that's it. That's the last video of the year. I want to say thank you all so very much. 2017 has been by far the most successful year of HSG. I can't thank you guys enough. Over 6 million views, 63,000 subscribers later. I never thought I'd be here. Of course, recently you guys have heard me close out all my videos with keep living your dreams. At this age that I'm at, I would encourage any of you, all of you out there watching this to live your dreams. Whatever it is, just do it. If you want to start a business, build a car, start a YouTube channel, whatever it is, just go out there and do it. Take the first step. Even if you don't know what you're doing, just make the first step. This car behind me, the project that I've been doing for the last few months, is just a testament to what living your dreams can really be. I have a lot of people to thank out there, all the guys that have been on the channel, you know who you are. Thank you all so much. Thank you to all the companies that have helped me out. Robert Diaz is probably the person I have to thank the most for really getting the ball rolling on a lot of things, as well as Brian Gillespie from Hossport. Hush Performance, Hossport, VTech Academy. Without those guys, this build definitely would not have been possible. Other builds as well that have been on the channel have been supported by these awesome companies and these great people. So big thank you to you guys. Thank you so much. I want to give a shout out to all the YouTubers that I got to hang out with and meet this year. Young Static, La Tommy La, Chris Sadowski, VTech Academy, Four Bangers Productions, Zosh, Honda Vlogs, Vasily Garage. A lot of great things have happened this year. Not only have I built cars, but I got to travel as well. I got to go to the IBOC meet in Florida. I got to go to California to the Chronicles Year 9 meet. The year started off a little rocky, but I got to do some great projects this year. It's really crazy to see where I started at the beginning of the year and to see where I've ended up. I have all of you guys out there to thank for that. Thank you all once again so very much for everything that you guys have given me. The support is, unbelievable. So if you guys need to get in touch with me, you can usually get in touch with me through Instagram at Honda_Street_Garage. Follow me on Snapchat, Twitter, and Facebook as well. I'll see you in 2018. Peace out and live your dreams.